Kell Brook and Kid Galahad have returned victorious. And I'm joined by Johnny Nelson, who can kind of break it down to me about how happy he is for Kid Galahad and Kell Brook from the Ingle Gym, the Ingle stable.
Right, you know what? I think these guys represented what the Ingle Gym is capable of doing. The excellent switch hitting from both sides, and gyms just don't get it.
The lines.
That's right, it's the lines, man. And the thing is, gyms don't get it, other gyms don't get it, and people try it. And it's one thing that it takes years of practice. And if you're a Boston guy, you're switching southpaw and orthodox, he doesn't actually know what you're doing until he's like 3 or 4 rounds down the line, thinking, how's he done that? And these guys, how they did it was excellent. It was spot on. And it's always been one step ahead, anticipating the shots. Footwork is everything. Patience, breaking them down. If you love the sweet science, you'd love that. If you want crash bang once, you won't get that. If you want someone beating up and chopping down, that's what you get. And that's what they did. And I was happy for Kid Galahad, without a doubt, because that was a tough opponent, live. And he didn't just break his body, he broke his heart, he broke his will. And he thought, sure, I'm out of that. You know, I broke him down. For Kell, he's been out of the ring 14 months. So Kell, you know, the first 2 or 3 rounds, I thought, come on, Kell, come on, get it back. And then eventually, when he got the rhythm, when he got the distance, bam, rat-a-tat-tat, the drops, the shots are in. And remember, he's moved up 154. You know, and this is what I thought he should have done years ago, because he looked strong at the weight. He punched the shot that took him out, looked a nothing shot. He probably travelled 4 inches. Timing is everything.
Start with Kid Galahad. From what you've seen, is it enough to beat Josh Warrington on that form, or does he need to do a bit more against Josh Warrington?
Yeah, okay, so the first time he boxed Josh Warrington, it was that experience of, right, I'm fighting for a world title now, let's get this done. Josh Warrington's a tough cookie, and Josh Warrington is unassumingly stronger than what you'd ever consider. And so then he had to learn a harsh lesson. And it's subjective. Some say won some say didn't. I bet you the next time he boxed, it'll be a lot clearer than that. And I think, because even Josh Warrington's people themselves thought Kid had pulled it off. You know, you have to, if you don't learn once, you learn the second time, and that's what I have to do. Those who fight again, I think he'll beat Josh Warrington. But I have a funny feeling he won't happen. I don't know. You know, he's going to get himself in a position where he's mandatory challenger. I don't know I don't know how they'll play it in regards to Frank Warren and Josh, how they'll play the manoeuvres or what they've got planned for him. I don't know how they'll work it.
Kell Brook, as you said, he looked sensational. He did say in a press conference, the Brownies are coming, baby. Left, right, they're coming, baby. Yeah. Tremendous.
He seems a little more mature and settled now. Don't you think? How we analysed the fight afterwards, even the win itself, his celebration was very muted, as if to say, you know what, this is, you know, I'm glad you all turned out, but I'm just doing my job, you know. And realistically, Kell should get rid of people like that. The look was tough. I actually thought it'd probably go late, if not on points, but one-sided on points. But Kell, his timing came after 2 or 3 rounds, and once it came, it was enough. He showed his class.
Is it a case now of, I know he doesn't want to talk about Amir Khan, but like 100% putting that behind him and concentrating at 154 pounds?
You know what, I said to these boys, look, I said to Kell, I said to even the Muscat crew, I said, it'll never happen. You know, and I'm an ex-fighter, and you know, if you want to fight somebody, if you dislike somebody, you don't say I don't want to fight you because I don't want you to earn any more for you, or keep making excuses after excuses. The reason why that fight never happened was because of Amir Khan. That's the only reason. And even his fans still have to say that. So what they need to do is think bigger fish. It's not going to happen. Think Liam Smith. You know, make sure every fight means something. And that's what he needs to do. And I'm glad he actually didn't even mention Amir Khan afterwards, because, you know, then he does it that way. Amir Khan's going to be thinking, hold on a minute, because he got a bit of free promotion there. But then Kell's done it on his platform to say, right, I've done the job. I want Liam Smith.
Let's move on to the heavyweight division. Joshua is going to fight Pulev very shortly. Pulev is saying that he doesn't want to fight in my country because he's scared, Anthony Joshua. But it's likely to happen at Tottenham Hotspur's football ground. Yeah.
Listen, money talks. Don't listen to foolishness. Money talks. It'll happen. And he knows that. It's a way to try and push up the price of the payment. You know, the fight will happen. And if he doesn't, he's going to throw away such an opportunity. You know, they'll look at Anthony Joshua and think, I've seen him beaten. There's a chink there. Maybe, just maybe. So maybe losing to Reeves was the best thing that could have happened.
Dillian White, Lastly, is
Dillian's a bad man. What Dilly said, listen, I've got information that'll embarrass Deontay Wilder. Let me just publish it. And I thought, you don't publish it, yeah? And I rate Dillian. I rate no nonsense, and that's what I rate about it.
where do you think this all come from Deontay Wilder saying that he didn't want to fight, Dillian Wilder didn't want to fight him, etc., etc.?
You know, that's it. You listen, sometimes, never look at, there's a saying my parents said, never kick a dog when it's sleeping. And Dillian White has got texts, he's got written down information.
It's to expose a man.
Written to expose him. And so sometimes, so if you're going to do that, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. So if you're going to run somebody, just make sure you've got your back covered. And so Dylan's like prepared to go there. You know, I can remember, listen, don't think I'm a hater on Wilder, because I think I rate him. You know, especially when he took the Ortiz fight, I went, yes, sir. Because nobody else wanted to do it, and he blasted him twice. So don't think I'm knocking him. But what I'm saying is, when I mentioned about him getting knocked out in sparring, he went mad. He lost his shit, and I'm thinking maybe my information is wrong. Then Dylan came out and said, well, I was actually there when it happened. I thought, oh, right. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, you can't take these things personal. These things happen. And
have you made up with Wilder?
Pardon?
Has there been any communication about that, about the sparring, a bit about him being knocked out in sparring?
Well, has Dillian made up with Wilder?
No, about Wilder, Klitschko knocking out Wilder in sparring.
Who made up with Wilder?
Himself.
I've not seen him. I know he's a little pissed, but you know what? I used to be a fighter myself. I ain't gonna chat shit. You know, I'm gonna say how it is. And I got it off a good source, and that good source was probably ringside, if you know what I'm saying. So I wouldn't make that shit up. But I've got no reason to diss him because I like the brother. So it's not, this isn't malicious, because I'm thinking, even when he came over to the UK and he watched Joshua fight at Wembley, you know, you've got to build this up, build the interest up, build the intrigue up. So again, I rate the brother, and I'll tell you now, he's the hardest, biggest hitting heavyweight I've ever seen in my life. I rate him, but I'm not going to chat shit. I ain't going to tell you what you want to hear. If I see something, I'm going to tell you, and that's how I roll.
Lastly, who wins the massive fight? It's very, very soon, in a week and a bit. Fury, Wilder. Fury's putting extra muscle for the tussle to knock out Deontay Wilder.
Right, so I'd expect Tyson Fury to be ahead on points, and without a doubt, be ahead on points. But if Wilder catches him, it's done. Now remember, you've boxed with Fury the first time. What happens is, the reason why he's beating these man, because they don't respect him. This guy's a student of the game. They don't respect him. Then all of a sudden get in there, it's like, blah, blah, and they're thinking, what the fuck's going on? Wilder's got a second chance to fight him. So Wilder, if he's got anything about him, he'll think, right, I'm going to jump on him straight away. Might make it worse for himself, might make it better for himself. But Wilder's the one that's got to change his tactics. Fury, all he has to do is do what he did, but just be sharp all the way through. That's what he has to do.
He only needs to be perfect for 2 seconds, Deontay Wilder, as they say.
For 2 seconds and 4 inches.
Johnny Nelson, it's been a pleasure. Once more, always representing for the man them. Johnny Nelson, Pep Talk, make sure you subscribe. Thank you.
Pep Talk, swipe up, subscribe, blam.
My guy, thank you.